making it easy to understand and respond immediately. There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear caption service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded. Hello. We install and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you. And welcome to MuscleAutoCars.com. And I'm trying to go live for the first time in, I guess I want to say since August of 2024. I've had other projects that I've been working on, so I needed to give you guys an update on what I've been doing. Along the way, I did have the opportunity to, I guess, excuse me, get a few things going. So what I'm going to do is kind of slide this computer back a little bit, kind of show you where we're at and give you an update on what I've been doing. Okay, so here we go, and let's see if we can kind of get a view of what's going on here. It's kind of a awkward position, but I guess we'll get it. We'll work through it. This is kind of a quick little setup of what I'm doing here, and I think we can kind of work it out where it's comparable to work with. Okay, won't be long. This again is kind of a quick setup, and I want to show them to you real quick. And just bear with me and forgive me for all the different pauses and whatnot, because it's the first time I'm really doing it live. I usually pre-record it and edit it if necessary, but this time I'm just want to just kind of go for it, do it, and then kind of go from there. Okay. So see how I'm moving this. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to get it to work proper. Never done it like this before, so okay. So here we go. The first thing, I think back in August, I did a vehicle that, and I usually try to keep it relevant to what I've been doing all my life. All of you guys kind of know my history, this, that, and the other thing. But what I'm doing is a 1950s. Actually, it's a 57, I do believe, if I can remember correctly. This was back in August when I actually did it. It was this model here. It was Christine. And the reason why I did this particular one also is because I can remember when I was about, I don't know, 5, 6 years old, my mom had one of these guys. It was a Dodge, a 58 Dodge, and it was asked mother about it, my biological mom. Let's see, she said it was a 58. She couldn't remember the model, but she showed me a picture of it on the internet, and it turned out to be a Belvedere. Okay, and it turned out to be. She said it was turquoise, and it was turquoise on the outside and on the inside. Okay, and it had black. The thing about this one, I do remember. My mother worked at a diner. It had to be back in like '65. One of those diners you see in the movies, old school type diners. She was a quick order type of waitress or whatever with the counter that kind of wrapped around, and all the diner was all glass. I can remember that. I can remember my father dropping me off um, when he had to go to work or whatever. He worked two jobs, and I kind of waited for my mother there when till she got off work. And the vehicle she had was a um, she couldn't remember the model. I think she said when she saw it, I looked the model up, and it was a Belvedere. But this is Christine, the model we see that I just showed you here, and it could have been red. I could have made it just like this, but I wanted to try to give mom kudos for it because I do the thing I remember specifically about this model was tail, the tail end of the vehicle. Okay, the tail end was very, I guess, specifically designed, and it kind of looked almost like a Cadillac, almost old time Cadillac. And here it is. I can remember being about as short as I was, being 4 or 5 years old, 5 or 6, I don't know. But I can remember walking to the back over here and seeing these black, uh, you know, the black line going through the car, and then I was about as tall as the line. Okay, so that's why that was my line of sight from the back end walking to the diner where my mom worked. Um, this here, from my understanding in the movie, Christine, I guess it came. Of course, my mom didn't have the flames going across it. It was just pure black. I just put these on, kind of give it, dress it up, play with it a little bit. But for the most part, this is how it was with the black top. Had black interior, but I mean black and turquoise interior. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, and a little bit personal type stuff. My mom, she gave her life to Christ. She used to be um, a gambler and then everything, but she changed her ways. One thing that happened is sometimes, people find Christ, but Christ wasn't lost. Okay, so that's kind of another story. But she stopped smoking, drinking, everything. But so I dedicated this to my mother, and then these were some of the decals that was on. They came with the Christine kit that says Artie is mine, or whatever the guy who owned the Christine vehicle. Artie, I think his name was. I can't remember, but the main character who bought her. So anyway, I kind of kept it simple. I didn't do much to it other than to kind of mimic what the car I could remember my mom had, and they were pretty cool. I kind of gave it I could have left it off the skirts that you see on the back of the vehicle, the skirts right here. To cover the tires, they're pretty cool. You can see the front grille. Still a little more stuff I'll do to it, but it's just I wanted to kind of catch up with you guys and show you what's going on. Um, and this was like a 58. And in the movie, I think they used two separate Christines. I think they were. They kind of said they were, uh, the one that caught on fire and all that stuff, and then the other vehicle that they pretty much drove around. So one was either a Fury, a 58 Fury, I do believe, and they were similar to the Belvedere. But my mom's car, I asked her what did she think it was, and she said she thought it was a. She couldn't remember the name. She's 80 years old right now, but I think she said it could have been a. It wasn't the fancy one, it was the basic model, and that could have been, I think, a Reliant or something like that. But basically, this was the color, seats, interior. I kind of took my own play on the black interior, and she said the interior was um, turquoise. So, and the outside was turquoise and black roof. So I kind of went with it. Uh, this here was the engine inside. They kept it simple back in the day. Um, you didn't see much flash on it. Yeah, there you go. And there's some things that I got to do. This came off within 4 months. the You can see it's not the best, and it looks right here. I got to reglue. I got to glue this, uh, and then the inside of the engine compartment. There we go. Kind of done. I do this to be not so necessarily clean and fancy, and because everybody can do it if you take your time, but other people in life got other things to do. So I do this for the love of it. I like doing it, bring back memories, but I don't really get to it involved with how clean I can get it. If I took my time and wanted to do it that way, I can get it nice, neat, buy all the equipment and everything for it, this little spray cans and all that. I can do all that, but I just don't want to put that much money into it at this point. You can do it just to get a stress reliever or whatever. So don't get, in my opinion, I don't get too bogged up with the neatness of it. If it's close to it, I'm just gonna put it off to the side anyway. And every time I look at it, it give me a memory of that time in my life. That's really why I do this. I'm a car guy. When I was little, I told my mom I wanted to be a race car driver. So that's when I used to watch Speed Racer and Wacky Racers on the cartoons on Saturday mornings, eating my Captain Crunch and everything. So that's pretty much where all this love for muscle model cars came from. So underneath it, again, you can get as fancy as you want, as neat as you want, but I do it, like I say, out of time in my life that I feel is very critical. So this is it, a 1958. I think it was a Belvedere, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, Excuse me for a second. And I kind of like it. I like the hubcaps on it, everything. The underneath of it. This here, I would rate it as a maybe a. I want to say it had some decent parts, so I would go with a 3.5 to 4. The windows and everything left clean. As you can see, the bumper, when it dries, it adjusts a little bit, so I don't really worry about it too much. And again, it's for me. You like it, that's fine. Okay, so that was the Christine vehicle. Again, if you choose to buy it and make it just like Christine, this is it right here. So if I were you, I would get it. It's a beautiful car. If you make it just like the one, it was Christine. Okay, it has kind of a picture on it right there. It has the let's see. Uh, Interior right there. And one day when I get to the point where I want to do it extra nice and smooth, I'll do it that way. But for now, this is fine. I'm good with it the way it turned out. Um, I guess I would just tell you to um, take your time, do whatever you feel you need to do to it to make you happy. Okay, so that was the '58 Belvedere, I do believe it was. And then in the movie, I think they used two models. One because they were so similar looking. I think it was the Fury or the Belvedere, the two separate ones. Okay, and then we got um, the next video. I'm going to do them all, catch up to this year. So next, I'm gonna, on the next video, you'll see the next model that I got coming. And I want to thank you for joining me on musclemodelcars.com. Again, that this was the model that I can remember when I was about 5 or 6 years old. Okay, back in around 64, 65. And my mom was my biological mother drove this vehicle. Irregardless of the fire over there on the side there, I just put that on there because I thought it was cool. All right. Anyway, that's that one. All right, and thank you for joining us on this episode of MuscleModelCars.com. And then the next one I'm going to do is going to be around, I want to say this was a 67 Chevy Impala. This was my brother's vehicle. I did it for him. He sent it as a Christmas present. So this was in December when I did this one. And so I'm going to kind of give you guys a view of how I did that one for him. It was the exact color that he had. He sent me a picture of it and everything. And he sent me a model kit that he for Christmas. So I figured I'll give him a kudos for it and kind of do it for him. So stay tuned for the next episode of MuscleModelCars.com. And remember, this one was I did this Christine vehicle, the Belvedere / Fury, was around I want to say August or September of 2024. And then I did oh, you know what? I finished it in November, leading into December. So then my brother sent me a Christmas present, and it was the '67 Chevy. You'll see it coming up on the next video. So long. Thank you for joining us on MuscleModelCars.com. Take care.